all together. We are here at the World Money Fair. I'm Nick. I'm from the Swiss Mint. We are the guest of honor this year, and it's very good to come to the World Money Fair. Maybe this year if you can come, or next year to go to the World Money Fair in Berlin. It's a visit for all people from America. Oh yeah, we sell our coins. For special coin for this, we present our 100 years 100 franc Vreneli. It's very famous all over the world, and it's a pleasure to do this together with Chiara Principe. Follow her. She is a very great artist of coins.
Hi everybody, I'm Chiara Principe, a numismatic artist from Italy. I am based in Rome. I, I have been working in the field since 2010, so I'm so excited to be here in Berlin at the World Money Fair, the huge numismatic show in the world. And this year has been an incredible year for me, as I had the honor to create a new special gold coin for the Swiss Mint. Swiss Mint is celebrating the 100th anniversary of a really special Swiss coin, the 100 franc gold Vreneli. It is a huge numismatic icon in Europe and in Switzerland. You know, it's like the American liberty for Swiss people. So everybody was really excited to see how the new coin will look. So we presented the new design just 2 days ago on the first day of the World Money Fair, and it was amazing. We had like a special emotion to show the world our our work. We are very proud, and personally, I feel really, you know, more than excited to have been involved in such a great project.
Yeah, it's a very historical event.
Yes, it is, and so many people from Switzerland, perhaps and from Europe, came exactly to here to be in Berlin just to be there when the design was revealed. So it was such a great moment for us.
Nice. What is it like working with a world mint as an engraver?
Yeah, working in the numismatic field worldwide is such a great experience. You know, I feel it feels like a family now. The more the more I got into this legal work, the more I feel like family. So working with the state means is of course like a huge responsibility, but I enjoy. I really enjoy to do this because you know it's such such an honor to be able to put my creativity into these institutional coins, and I feel really proud. And typically the process is like they have a topic, they have a new concept idea for a coin. So we work um, at the first time we put together like feelings and ideas. I really love to talking with the client and you know getting more and more into the topic and the reason they really want to uh, pay homage to some topic or some you know events, stuff like this. And then all this after all this I start sketching and getting inspired by images of whatever we talked of together, and then so this like you know I try to leave my creativity run free, and then when I have some first sketches to submit to the client, we made another meeting working on this and sharing ideas and feelings. Then we choose one way to follow and to go on.
Nice. How long does this process take? Like, how long were you working on this specific one?
Okay, in referring to the God Family coin, I was really lucky in some way because I had my time, which is something really rare because usually the clients are like, you have no time, you have to work on it like in 2 weeks maximum. We are in a hurry,
Right.
yeah, we're rushing. But it was not like this with Swiss Mint because they came to me like 1 year before.
Okay. So you've had
Yeah,
plenty of time.
yeah. So we spent about 3 months working on the design because it was really hard to touch such a numismatic icon.
Yeah.
So
You gotta make sure it's perfect.
yeah, exactly. So it takes like the first month just getting into the topic, studying and talking with Swiss people, to really go understand better the meaning of this coin for the people, for the Swiss people. So it was really interesting, and I had the opportunity to, have my time on it, which really it was really important.
How do you get into engraving? Like, what did you
What-
do previously in your life that led you to get here?
Well, it was, I think it was by chance, but I don't believe in chance in life, so I know it was simply my way. But anyway, when I was studying, like I was finishing the high school, I got to know that there is a really special school in Rome, like a really ancient one, inside the Mint, an art school. So there they teach so many subjects, and of course design of coin and bas relief regarding all the coin and metal production, but also a range of other artistic subjects like restoration or 3D graphics or jewelry making, and so very interesting. So when I visited this school, I thought, wow, it's great. It would be great to try to apply because they are having only 10 students every year. So yes, I have to do an exam, but I was successful, luckily.
Wow,
Yes,
congratulations.
and so I got to enter the school, and I spent 3 years there, and 2 more like with a scholarship. So starting to work at the Mint production, and I got very passionate, become very passionate in this kind of numismatic art,
Yeah.
and then I decided to try to freelancing and to to go into the coin world.
Is there a specific piece that you're most proud of?
After this last coin, I have to say that this one, the
This
Swiss
one?
coin, yeah.
Kind
I,
of
I really
imagine-
feel
okay.
like it is my best work so far.
Wow.
Yeah, like the first time you're really proud and you say, okay, good job this time. You did good.
Is there anything else you want to plug or say before we wrap it up?
Oh, that's maybe there is uh, there is a message in this coin that maybe is not so easy to read, and maybe it's something I would like to tell because uh, I was really impressed by the Vreneli coin because if you look at the obverse you can find like a simple girl on it. No, the Vreneli is like, she's not a queen or a goddess or stuff like this. And thinking of 100 years ago in Europe, in Switzerland, having a coin with a simple girl on it, it was like, wow. All the other countries had men or kings. And as a woman, I really felt proud of it. And so I think that's why my design is so successful, because I really felt like uh, I want to continue this so modern idea of putting woman on coins, but not the icon of beauty or perfection that you can find many coins, maybe just to sell them quickly, you know, and I will put a pretty face on the coin so everything would be easier, you know? But no, this time I thought that maybe this could also be a chance to promote this kind of message, you know?
Yeah.
To see women not like, you know, pretty faces or
Right.
kind of, but a woman face, it's like filled with deep meanings that could tell us a story. In this case, that of Switzerland. So I was really proud, you know, to be able to, you know, to spread this
Yeah.
meaning. I felt really close to this. I don't know how to say, but it's like okay. I would like to use my art on coins, also to spread my way of thinking and my way of seeing the world, and in particular that woman values, you know, and I think it's really important for us women to be together and to use any kind of communication to say the word, hey, we are not just, we are, you know, such, human person, not like just what you can see outside.
It's not just the ideal image.
Yeah, not just the ideal, but we are, yeah, such a smart human beings that, and also with, you know, hard to explain this concept, but I hope that you will get
I think
something.
it's coming together.
Yeah, it was really important to me, really. If you look at the design, I didn't want to show the Switzerland face in full because, you know, I would also like to use some part.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it's easy, you know. I would have just chose like a pretty face to put on, and it wouldn't be work anyway. But it was not my point.
Right.
I wanted to, you know, to show that you can find so many deep meanings in all the, you know, all the details, and which merges with their face. And so it wasn't easy, but I was really happy to.
You definitely pulled it off. Anything else you want to say? Instagram account you want to plug, or?
About Carabinch artists. Yeah.
Hi Isaac, it's good to see you again. We just recently talked at the Fun Show in Florida, but now we are in Berlin, Germany, and we are presenting our latest coins. And one coin I'm particularly proud of is the Matterhorn. We are honored, we could make it with Swiss franc. So we are working together with the Swiss Mint, friends of us, and they let us make this beautiful 2 kg coin. It's a mintage of 50 pieces only, so everybody wants to have one. Nobody asks even about the price. Everybody wants to have his own Matterhorn. That's really cool. So that's for me definitely is the highlight, but we have like 20 other different beautiful coins, and Berlin is always fantastic. We got to see all our dealers and friends worldwide. So a lot of people from the US are here too, from Asia, from whole Europe, of course, and it's just fun to be here.
Would you say you recommend people to come to Berlin if they have a chance?
Definitely. If you get the chance, come to Berlin. I think Berlin is the biggest coin show. It's like an expo. You see, it's all modern, it's all fancy. I mean, it's different to the US and definitely worth a visit.
Last time we talked about like the differences between the US market
Yes.
and the European market. Can you talk a little bit about the differences you've noticed between a European show and a American show?
Here in Berlin, I think Berlin is special. It's more like an expo. You have everything. You don't have just the coin dealer. You have the machine producers. You have the marketing guys. You have the like media guys. It's more like around the whole industry. It's not focused only on the coin dealer and coin buyers. I think it's a little bit more complex. And if you want to start a coin business, here you have it all. You have the whole cycle from design until finished packaging. You can get information and contacts about pretty much everything. So now I want to introduce you my beautiful wife, Jeanette. She's also in the business, one of the owners, one of the managers. She doesn't travel so much, so it's a big honor that she's here with us in Berlin, so we can run the show together.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
What's your favorite thing about the show so far?
To get the feedback, the positive feedback from the customers and all the coin dealers about our beautiful coins. It's very positive and giving us a good energy.
Good. Do you have a favorite coin at your booth today?
Yeah, of course, the Matterhorn coin with Switzerland.
Matterhorn.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Xianyao Li. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at the Royal Canadian Mint. Now you have seen this beautiful 10-kilo coins.
Could you tell me a little bit about the design process?
Of course, this design, if you're familiar with the Royal Canadian Mint, the 1 ounce silver maple leaf coin, you're probably familiar with this design. This is our standard design for our Bullion products. So basically, it's a maple leaf brand of Bullion products offered by Royal Canadian Mint. So when you see this standard design, so that's the sugar maple leaf coming from Canada. Okay. So we have put this one on all the Bullion coins from 1 ounce up to 5 kg. But this year we have decided to celebrate the silver coin by a stunning 10-kilo coin with the same iconic design, but we make this huge piece. Yeah. The diameter is 230.5 millimeter, which is the largest silver maple leaf ever struck. But of course, you can buy some machine to machine the bigger piece. But this is really by traditional stamping process. Wow. Really wonderful. Our engineers have come up with a sophisticated way to make it happen. So, and I was talking to people, talk about the AI, but AI cannot replace the human being. Same is here, right? Miracle cannot be made without the skillful people. Yeah. So we have skillful engineers, engravers, and our people make it happen. So really it's challenging, in the way to create this one, because relief is actually much higher than the standard any maple leaf or bullion coins. The relief is 5 millimeter in height, which is really dramatic. A lot of people can buy.
What is the relief like on a 1 ounce?
1 ounce is normally like 0.8 millimeter or 0.5 millimeters. Yeah. Very, very shallow.
Is it to scale to a 1 ounce?
No, it's actually higher than, even from a scaling point of view, it's much higher. So it's want to create that, special effect to show this organic, maple leaf. So you can see a lot of details. Look at the engraving details, right? So and almost like a kind of real maple leaf there. Yeah. And of course, we have also put a nice shiny finish. Another thing I want to mention, that even though the size is very big, but when you prepare the blanks before you're striking, you have to make sure you have a good quality of the blanks, and you have to make sure the grain size is actually very small, because on the other side of the coin, the effigy, the surface is shiny. If you have a large grain size, and you won't have a nice shiny finish, you will see like orange peel. But the coin, you asked a question earlier if it was scale up things. No, this not. The grain size has to be same as the 1 ounce small coins. So and our engineers come up with a process to make sure size is large, but grain size is the same small as the 1 ounce coin.
Is this the largest coin in general?
No, not just a coin we have produced is our 100 kilo.
100.
9 gold coins. The face value was 1 million Canadian dollars, but the size of the coin is 52 millimeter. So it's much bigger than this, but it's gold. For silver, this is the largest ever silver maple leaf coin.
Okay.
So, back to your question, right? So it's not just the coin we have, no, but the gold coin, the 100 kilo gold coin was the largest one we created. The Royal Canadian Mint is always trying to do something different, something, extraordinary. Yeah. And the sky's the limit.
It really is.
Yeah.
Is there anything coming up in 2025 that you guys are working on that you are excited about?
Well, 2025, we have a lot of things. And if you're going to have some time to look at the booth and also check the media release yesterday, you would see something new on the pipe. So, yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say before we close it out?
Well, and if you are interested in that, please also visit our website, .mint.ca. And of course, if you have time to come to visit us, we have two facilities, one in Ottawa, Canada, another one is Winnipeg in Canada.
Okay, I'm Thomas Uram, the president of the American Numismatic Association. I was also former chairman of the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee for the United States Mint. The Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee is a committee of 11 of us. I was on from 2012 to about 2020. We review all the designs for the United States coinage and congressional gold medals. So the time frame of those coins, including code talkers, congressional gold medals, our committee reviews those, make sure that they're appropriate, make sure that the designs are adequate, or even more, adequate's not the right word, but we make sure that they're accurate and for history. There are 4 of us that are, and 2 general public. There's a mint engravers, there's sculptor engravers that make up the committee. So we have a well-diverse committee.
Okay, and this is coins that are coming out?
These will be coins with designs coming out. So we would be reviewing a portfolio that the artists present. We don't know who the artists are. They are presented to us, and we look at them and make selections based on what we are presented.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah,
we're learning something new.
Yeah, so any United States coinage that comes out, it's been thoroughly looked at, and the various designs have been suggested, and we try to, we end up with the final design.
Okay, so did you work on the American women's quarters?
I did some of the American women's quarters. I did like I said, the code talkers were really fun because oftentimes when you have congressional gold medals, the state family comes in, and or members of the organizations come in, representatives, so you get to hear a whole background. It was very interesting. And then as far as commemorative goes, we do 2 commemoratives per year, the United States Mint does, and then there are stakeholders for that particular program, and the stakeholders are the ones that would be receiving the information, the monetary benefit from the sale of those commemorative coins. So it's fun to hear what they are doing. I just worked on legislation for the 2027 working dogs, which are going to, that particular program is going to help an organization that trains service dogs so that they can be placed. So by this sale, it's the first time I really was excited. It took a lot of work. It does take a lot of work to get a bill passed through Congress. But the group that lobbied and I helped come in and did some work with them as well, and contacted different congressional and senators that I had access to, at least if not directly, their staff, and explained the importance of the bill. And it's really going to be exciting to the coin community, because when did we ever have dogs or animals on coins?
Yeah, especially like an official U.S.
Official U.S. coin. So that'll be a win-win, I think, all the way around. And most importantly, it's going to help veterans that need access to service dogs.
What kind of processes do you use to make sure that the coins are like historically accurate, or like what's the?
Well, there's a historian on the committee, so that always helps. There's a curator is one of the other positions, so there's usually a museum person. But for instance, I forget which presidential dollar, when we were doing it might have been one of the gold pieces where we did the first ladies, and there was a sewing machine in there, and thank goodness we caught it, because the sewing machine wasn't even invented when. Wow. So could you imagine had something like that gone out?
Right.
So that's when it comes to mind.
Why was there a sewing machine?
I think the artist just put it in. The artist must not have realized, or the artist thought that it had already been there. It's hard to say. But we caught it, and I don't know if we ended up using that particular artist's design without it. There's some. Another one that I really enjoyed working on was the Pennsylvania Innovation Dollar. The Pennsylvania Innovation Dollar, I'll give you an example. So when we did the quarters were done, state quarters were done, the governor chose pretty much of each state what the design was going to be, a topic was going to be. So we would get that. The innovation dollars were a little different. The innovation dollars came back, and there might have been 2 or 3 different innovations in that state. Right. And we would have had not only to pick, our role as a committee is really to pick the design. It's not really, it should have been narrowed down in my opinion, but it wasn't. So we deal with it. And the Pennsylvania dollar, they had medicine, they had transportation. They had 3 different categories of maybe 4 and 5 coins in each category. And I was chairing the committee, and it was probably the only time that I really tried to pull rank, because I really like the committee to do what the committee does. And I was, we had a wonderful design of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It was a wheel and it was a car and all that. And I knew that that design could be used at somewhere else some other time. But it was that, and I'm a Rotarian, and Rotary was responsible for eradication of polio. That's our quest, but that of Rotary International. And there was a coin there for the Janus Salk polio vaccine. And ultimately, by one vote, we passed it and we ended up with the polio coin. So that goes to show you. And the Pennsylvania Turnpike, that wouldn't have been a good choice, even though it was the best design. So,
I didn't even know there was a Pennsylvania.
yeah, well, and actually the Turnpike, it should have been what would have been Route 40, not the Turnpike. But anyhow, we ended up with the innovation dollar for Pennsylvania being the polio vaccine, and that would have been what 2019 or so. And then look what happened in the world just a few years later. And so I think that the vaccine that was done there at the University of Pittsburgh, that's where it was, Jonas Salk. It's a terrific representation of being accurate for what a coin should do.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. We kind of went off on a little side tangent.
Yeah, we sure did, but I hope you're going to edit this.
Yeah, we can. No, this will all go in though. I'm super interested. But let's talk a little bit about the Berlin show. You're from America, I would assume.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay. What's the main reason you come out here?
Well, number one, being president of the ANA, I think it's important. My theme when I became president of the ANA, and it's a 2-year term, my term will be up this coming August, but my first term was building bridges, and I wanted to build bridges not only between collectors and dealers, but between countries and understanding that collecting is international, and collecting is more than just coins. It's about, look at the artwork that we're seeing here at this show. These coins are now becoming a work of art.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get even more extreme. You know, originally we thought it was great having color on coins, but now look at the relief, look at the color, look at the ways. Exactly. So it's just been amazing. And this is where you're going to find in one place all of the opportunities to see art and coins and history.
Yeah.
And to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody is welcoming here. This is, I believe, my 4th convention here, coming to this event. And it's kind of like, well, I wish I'd done it even sooner.
Yeah. It's my first time here. And
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's
You know, and the thing is, there's so much. You can only absorb so much.
Yeah.
And it's long days on concrete floors. You keep going because it's so exciting. I mean, it's just one thing after another after another. For instance, the Polish Mint here just did last year, they did an AI event where they had, you pick 3 different words like dog and color and different things, and it would make you an AI picture of that.
Oh.
This year, you get to choose one of the fairy tales or prints or whatever, and they take your picture and then they put you on there what AI would interpret you to look like. You should do that.
Should.
You should. It's right at the Polish
And
Mint.
do they make a coin out of it, or is
They
it
make a
just-
photo for you,
Okay.
a souvenir photo. And all of these world mints do have different things that they're trying to obviously attract you to their booths, number one. But they're all willing to talk to you. They're all, just look at taking the passport with the passport and going around to all the mints. That's a definite to-do thing, because then that makes sure that you have seen all the world mints. The passport, I think, is like $15, but it's not that, and it's not, and you get a coin from each one of the mints that you visit.
Wow.
This is what they actually look like, and then you have the coins in here and so forth. So, but it makes sure that you are able to visit their booth and see what new modern products they are producing and manufacturing.
Do you have any words of advice for someone who's coming to the Berlin show for the first time?
Yes, wear soft shoes. Wear comfortable shoes. Comfortable
Maybe
shoes.
bring 'em-
Well, there are places to sit, so that's good. But anyhow, my advice would be to take it in stride. Don't be overwhelmed with it. It's not like the shows in the States at all. It isn't anything. But it's very similar in the fact that there are educational aspects. This show is very interactive. And we at the ANA are trying to become more and more like that, where we have an interactive audience to participate, our attendees to get a full experience of a complete experience when attending a show.
Yeah.
And so therefore we have Ben Franklin, we have George Washington, we have Abraham Lincoln that come to uplift the motivation and the atmosphere of the show and create that vibe that's needed to have an exciting show. and people love to hear the history there. Of course, they're part of coins too, particularly with 2026 coming up with the 250th anniversary, semi-centennial. Yeah. So, and at the A&A, you have the educational experience. Here you have a lot of also manufacturing experience on coins. You can go back here and make your own coin at the mint, at one of the mints here that are showing and demonstrating their machinery.
Yeah, that's next level. I think that's the first year they're doing it.
Yes, first time.
I've never been to an ANA show, so this next one will be my first one. Could you just explain to the layman, like, what is the ANA show? What are some reasons you should go?
Well, first of all, we're glad you're coming. We'll make sure you're welcome, particularly on the first time. And getting junior membership and building membership in general is really important. We have currently 25,000 members or a little bit more, both nationally and internationally. Our show is also educational based. It is the largest show in the United States. What you can experience there are educational things. Christian's doing a wonderful job with the educational side. So if kids come in and there's different opportunities for them to participate and learn about coins from that point of view, if you're really young and families come. We also have a museum that comes with the show. The museum has sometimes coins worth millions and millions of dollars through the museum that Doug Mugg curates there, and he we're able to bring the museum there for people to see things that they might never see. Yeah, it's an outstanding. There are money talks, which are educational talks that go for about 35, 40 minutes on the hour that are listed and for people that have that particular interest. Also, other clubs come and share in it, whether it's Token of Metal Society and various different organizations participate. So if you have a niche interest, most of them are all there participating in the show. It's going to be in Oklahoma this year, and next year we will be in the August show, the National Money Show. We do 2 shows per year. The National Money Show and the World's Fair of Money. The World's Fair of Money is the larger of the 2, and that's in August, and that's the one that will be in Oklahoma, and next year will be Pittsburgh.
Okay, and then there's one in Atlanta as well?
Atlanta will be the National Money Show, which is this end of the month.
What do you think you're going to do after your presidency is up? Do you think you're going to stay with the ANA, or you're going to move on to something
No,
else?
I'll definitely stay as the ANA. I've been a member of the ANA for 50 years. I got my 50-year pin.
Wow.
So I joined when I was in 1974, thereabout. My goal has always been to help the ANA. I never thought I'd be president. It wasn't anything that I aspired to. It's just things that happened that I participated in. And participation is really the key. What you do at your local club and then on statewide, and then just from there. But yes, I'd definitely be staying, and I cannot run again. Therefore, what I will be is the immediate past president. But my goal will be to still help and promote the ANA and come here and do things, and whatever I can do to continue helping them in their future, whether it be financially helping them raise money or just membership, whatever they might need help in. So I'm leaning towards working with the foundation office at the ANA and talking to people about building a legacy, people that have made their living through this hobby, people that have a passion for the hobby, people that want to be remembered as someone that contributed to the hobby.
Yeah.
So that can be done through legacy planning, where you might leave IRA money, insurance, or various assets with your name attached as part of a legacy for the future. Okay, so this is a challenge coin that I made for the Berlin show, and the challenge coin is something that I came up with last year. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, my theme was building bridges, and this year's theme is like you are the key. So you are the key to your coin collecting endeavors, you're the key to your club, you're the key to your organizations that you belong to. Now this particular challenge coin is going to be something that's brand new for National Coin Week. And this coin in particular is a true challenge coin in the fact that there are initials around the part here, around the center. There's 14 of them. And the American Numismatic Association, I funded the program, and it's going to be something where you can go online. You don't have to have an actual coin. We're going to be giving 1,000 of them away at the National Money Show in Atlanta, I think 300 a day. And there'll be others. I gave a bunch away here. But if you get all 14 right, you'll be entered into a drawing to win some gold pieces, at least 4 or 5, and then there's going to be about 20. If you don't get them all right, there's going to be some consolation prizes that will be exciting. I think everything will be NGC slab with a special label for National Coin Week. National Coin Week's in April, and you can go to money.org and you can register and play, and you don't have to be an ANA member to do it. But there are 14 initials there, and these 14 initials are the initials of engravers. Both, I'm going to give you a hint because the majority of them are United States mint engravers, which you'll get, but there are a couple from Britain, and there's a couple, or maybe one or two, and then there's one or two from north of the border in Canada. So don't limit yourself. They're not going to be any that are, I believe they are, the ones that are of international, they are still all living, so it's not ones that you're going to have to go back for. But they are noted. And what I wanted to do was not only create something for National Coin Week to be a little bit different, but what I wanted to do is recognize the importance of our sculptor engravers who are often unsung heroes.
Yeah,
we see all of these coins and you think they just happen, but they start with a lump of clay.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot are done on computer and stuff like that, but the majority are a lump of clay, and this is what you end up with after. So it's a tribute to our sculptor engravers.
Hello, I'm Gamze. I'm here at the Catawiki booth in World Money Fair 2025.
Could you tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing here?
Yes, we are basically a standard feature of the World Money Fair. We are an online platform, online marketplace that sells special objects. And we are here as the coins and banknotes team, and we represent our category, and when we network with buyers and sellers. We come here basically every year to be able to connect with our clients, as I said. We are an online marketplace that is operating since 2028. It was actually first launched as a catalog for comics. And then from there we grew exponentially to go over all collectibles, and now we sell both luxury, interiors, and collectibles. And yeah, we connect with our customers. Okay. And we connect with the industry, we get to know the people, we follow the trends, and we want to be a part of the community, and that's why we're here.
What is your role in Catawiki?
Yeah, I'm the category manager for coins and banknotes, also trading cards and sports. So I have a group of experts that curate our auctions, and we try to select the best items, and we try to show them to the right buyers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're working on right now that you're really proud of?
We have a couple of projects that have been going very strong lately. In coins and banknotes world, what we're seeing that is going so well is our partnerships with our mints. So working with private mints and going directly to the source. So once you come into your homepage, you choose the category that you would like to see. Then you can go into our auctions that are running weekly, and we have multiple objects, and those are divided into subcategories. You can choose whatever you are interested in. And we also have, other than buying through auctions, you also have the possibility to buy now selected items, and you bid. You wait until the end of the auction, you might need to bid again, and then you win your lot and you have it delivered at your home by your seller.
What is the difference between something like this and something like eBay?
The main difference is that we are a curated marketplace, which means that we select the items that we have in our platform through our experts that are experts in their own areas. So may this be trading cards, may this be coins, may this be toys, and we try to divide them in order to reach the right audience with the right items at the right time. So, and then we have this, let's say, human interface, so that in whatever platform you go to, you just have to do everything online. But we actually have experts, we actually have category managers, real people that are connecting with both buyers and sellers. And if anyone has a problem, they always find a friendly face to talk to.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a specialized marketplace
exactly.
for the informed collector.
Exactly, and you know what? What we try to do is we try to place ourselves in a place that is between, we are not eBay, so we are not a platform where you find everything, anything that anyone easily find, right? And we're not an auction house, so we're not speaking to a very specific audience. We want to talk to the masses. We want to bring the special objects a little bit to everyone, and let everyone afford that. So we are somewhere in between. We're curated. That's it. Yeah. So the latest one that I can remember of, it is a collection of panda coins. It was a mixed collection of silver and gold panda coins, so modern. That was sold last year, I think, to 12K, if I'm not mistaken. But the cool story behind it is that actually the seller traveled all the way from France to Netherlands to hand deliver the collection completely directly by herself, basically.
Is there anything else you want to plug or mention before we wrap it up?
Just go and Catawiki and buy, bid, and sell.
Hi, I'm Rosie. I'm the social media manager of PowerCoin, a company from Italy, and we're here in the World Money Fair. This is day 2, and we're here and we're with our amazing releases, the latest releases. This is the unbreakable phones. They are very famous these days, and we have 2 versions, as you see, plain one and the color one. But the color one has this special gilded parts over here, and these pieces are 2 ounces with different finish, like proof quality and also silk finish. And the best part that it's like the relief over here has a lot of little details, and they're going crazy about these coins. And also, what else can I show you? Of course, in the same series, we have the floppy disk. It's the Textalgic series. We launched this last year. And also 2 versions, 1 color, 1 silver for the classic ones. Also with silk finish and proof quality finish and a lot of details. It's perfectly shaped like the old gadget. Amazing.
Do they work?
I wish they worked. It's just for nostalgia. Let's say that it's just for nostalgia. In the same series, we have the Data Bank watch, which is also very nostalgic. It has all the relief as well with different finishes, and the information where it goes the time, it's the ounces and the finest, the name of the series over there.
It's pretty fun.
And yes, I know. And the overs, it has proof finish, and the fun part is has this how can I say it in English?
Watch band.
The watch band, exactly. Thank you for the help. It's kind of like 3D. It's plain, of course, but has this effect.
Almost looks like I could put it on.
Exactly. And our latest release that is actually not in the website yet, but probably when you see this video, it will be available. It's our Tiger. This is the first release. Yes, the first release of the year of 2025, and has this amazing concept that it's a tiger that it's digitally created. Like it says, like we can say that it's living in a digital world, and the tiger wants to come to the real world. He wants to be released from the digital world, and the coin pictures the moment when the tiger it's crossing the universe to another universe, and it's really interesting and has this high relief. And also the obverse is really interesting as well. I really love it because it's a parallel net that resembles a wormhole, those that are in the universe, and of course the information of the issue. So this is one of our how can I say the news that we came with to the fair, to the World Money Fair. And one more thing I am missing, it's if you want to come over here, one of the latest coins is the Magic Cube, that it has a 360 part that you can twist it, of course, resembling to the Rubik's Cube. It has the same size, and it's full silver. I mean, it's empty. It's not the square is not full of silver. It's just the outside part, but it's 999 pure silver, and it's 2 ounces. And the capsule, it's really cool as well. It's one of my favorite cases of all PowerCoin.
Okay, so I understand it now. I thought that was the second one, but that's the box.
That's the box.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
I love that. That's my favorites, and then the Bengal Tiger is my second favorite packaging. That it has already, I think, 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, and it has a high relief. It's really cool as well.
I like that a lot.
We have a lot of new launches for 2025. We're launching also the next launch after Tiger. It's Owl. It's our new issue for the Camouflage of Nature series, and we don't have the coin over here, but it will be available very, very soon. So we're very excited for the new launches for this year.
I'm Vikan Yankparian, Executive Vice President at Stack's Bowers Galleries, working out of our New York office.
What are you guys doing here at the Berlin show?
Well, we're here to showcase the Brune collection and to just meet with clients and show our face here in Europe. We've had a small presence here for many years, but we want to up our game a little bit. Taking a full booth this year and hopefully growing into an even larger booth. Seeing more and more people every time that we come here. We have representatives all the time in Europe, but our show presence has been small and growing over these years. So we're very much looking forward to meeting more and more people here in Germany and Berlin, but also all over Europe and all over the world. I personally have been at the company for 25 years. I started out with Stack's Rare Coins in 2000, and I've been in the New York office since. I work personally mostly on the auction side of the business, so I've been very much involved in things like the L.E. Brune collection, which this is the first catalog, and this was one of our big things of 2024. We sold over $15 million in this inaugural auction, which is the best collection of Scandinavian coinage in private hands. It was off the market for a century, since L.E. Brune passed away. He had developed a provision in his will that said, look, I don't need to sell these coins, or my family doesn't need to sell these coins when I die, but I've seen the disaster and destruction of World War I, and if something were to happen to the Danish National Collection, whether it was stolen or destroyed in bombing or whatever, that my collection would become a gift to the Danish state if the Danish National Collection was destroyed. But if after 100 years, the Danish National Collection was intact, undamaged, unstolen, then my collection will go to auction to benefit whoever my heirs will be. So we hit that 100-year mark in 2023, and we were working hard for the last several years to work with the family to get that collection, to get the L.E. Brune collection under the Stack's Bowers banner, and we were successful at that, and we took possession of the collection in 2024 and immediately started working on getting the coins ready for auction. And that first auction came in September in Copenhagen, selling some amazing coins, including this cover coin, the Gold Noble of King Hans, the only one in private hands, and it sold for 1.2 million hammer price, 1.44 million euro, I should say, when including the buyer's premium. So that was one of the very exciting things that we did in 2024. But we sold coins, paper money of all sorts, amazing U.S. coins. Before
you guys did the flowing hair too.
We did the flowing hair gold coins, the first 230 pieces numbered. The first piece with the die selling for $400,000 or $500,000.
Really?
Was just an incredible. I do mostly the classic U.S. coins and classic world and ancient coins, so I was very surprised at the reception that we received for that product, because not every modern mint product gets the attention and demand that the flowing hair dollars did, the flowing hair gold coins did. So it was just amazing to see the reception from known clients, but also new people kind of seeing what we were doing for the mint with that program. Depending on the number and the grade, they sold, I think, anywhere from about $30,000 hammer to this number one with the die selling for $300,000 or $400,000 hammer. So there was a pretty wide range there, depending on the number and the quality.
We talked a little bit about the Richard Margolis collection off camera. Could you kind of describe your experience working with that collection?
Look, Richard's reputation preceded itself. For me, I've been collecting coins since I was 6, and I started attending the New York International Numismatic Convention, which Richard was the founder of. So I would buy coins from him as a kid in the 1990s. So I knew Richard, but I had no idea. I knew that he was very focused on from the French Revolution to the early 19th century, but I just didn't realize how in-depth and amazing the collection was in terms of just regular issues by date and mint, patterns and essays and off-metal strikes, tokens and medals. I mean, everything was either super rare, super unusual, or just super high quality. So We started out with a very succinct group that was his U.S.-oriented things, so Commission Americana medals, Betts medals, things that were relating to American history. And one of his medals, the unique Stewart Medal, Commission Americana Congressional Medal, to Stewart in bronze, the only one in private hands. It sold for $900,000. So we really got off with a bang.
Yeah.
And that was in March of 2024, followed by in August of 2024 some of his the first tranche of his French pieces, which just had amazing reception, some amazing prices, and continuing with the pieces in January 2025 that we sold at the New York International Numismatic Convention. And there will be another year or more of his collection, because
So there's more parts.
oh my God, there's many thousands of pieces. When I was part of the team that received the collection from the estate, Richard passed away a number of years ago, and his wife, his widow, passed away last year or the year before, and it was 11 safe deposit boxes of material. So it was not a small. It was not a small collection. So it's the kind of thing that you don't just throw out all at once, but you take a measured approach, because if you put too much out there, it becomes too much for the collectors and even us to fathom and to organize properly. You want to have a measured approach so that you can maximize the value and allow collectors and dealers representing their clients to be able to digest several hundred or more pieces at a time. I think I forgot the piece count, but it was something on the order of 5,000 items, ranging from $50 to over $100,000. So
That's one. You don't have a picture of all the coins out on a table or anything, do you?
No, I mean it was there. I mean, Richard had things in boxes. Some of the things that have been in this. He started collecting in at least the 1950s. So there were things that were probably in the same envelopes and things since the 50s or 60s in his boxes. But
And he probably had good prices too.
Yeah, he probably paid relative to today.
Yeah.
But I think he wasn't in his day. I think he wasn't afraid to step out to get something very rare, and it was a great collection by any standard, but it was a very academic collection too. He was interested in filling in every little detail, every little hole, every piece that existed that he could get his hands on. So
it really feels like a chronology of French history.
for sure. I mean, it's a chronology of French history in a very narrow time period. I mean, that was his great focus. I mean, he did as I said, the regular issues from kind of the French Revolutionary period through about 1820, 1830 in some cases, but just the depth and the breadth of it was just amazing.
Super.
And he was a dealer. I mean, he was able to find these things because he was traveling to Europe. He was traveling to coin shows, so he was able to kill two birds with one stone. So it's always handy to be able
tie-in to get people to come to the Berlin show.
So his business, exactly. So his business expenses were paid, and this is my first time in Berlin at the Berlin show.
Mine as well.
So, well, congratulations. But it's really eye-opening to see the difference in how a major coin show is done here versus in the U.S., which is very much
very stark difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different business model. So
I'm hoping we can bring some of this over to the U.S. I feel like the Fun Show could use some major mints setting up.
Yeah, look, it's this was developed proactively, so I think it take a show promoter to say, hey, we want to make this happen, whether it's World Mints or other similar organizations, promoting not only classic coins like we are, that's the majority of our business, but also these modern mint projects, which have really what is produced today. I mean, I feel like mints and promoters have really upped their game in the last decade or more in terms of the quality and the breadth and the topics that are covered. I mean, I have I have two little kids at home, so I was shopping around to see what souvenir I might take that's they're not collectors per se, but something that speaks to them in coin form or in numismatic form, because not everything out there on the floor is a traditional coin or metal looking thing. You have all sorts of three-dimensional objects. Look, we attend all the major coin shows in the U.S. as well as some of the more smaller local and regional shows. In Europe, we have teams that will hit all the major shows in Europe. You know, we recently inaugurated in order to help work on the Brune collection, we opened an office hiring 3 of the best numismatists in all of Scandinavia to catalog and to interface with not only local clients, but clients around the world to understand the historical importance and rarity of so many of the coins that we'll be selling for from the LE Brune collection. So the LE Brune collection is going to be an ongoing project. You know, we're projecting 3 to 5 years of coins. There's 20,000 objects to sell. We've sold 286 of them so far.
Barely made a dent.
Exactly, but we do have an auction that closes in mid-February. That's, you know, one of the complaints that we got about the Brune collection was that there wasn't anything for the average collector to buy in that first auction. I mean, everything was kind of in the 10,000 to 1.4 million euro range. So we have a collector's choice online auction closing February 19th and 20th, I believe. You'll have things that are 100 euros, a few thousand euros, so that it'll be much more everyman oriented, and that'll be quickly followed by the next live Brune auction in March, which is in Zurich. So if you want to get another business trip, Isaac, you can meet us in Zurich and do that auction. But we have we're planning great things on the U.S. side, and we have our twice a year Hong Kong auction. So if you're interested in Chinese and East Asian numismatics, we have our amazing Hong Kong auctions. Our team is putting the finishing touches on our next one, which will happen in April in Hong Kong. So there's never a dull moment at Stack's Bowers. It's I love what I do because every day is different. I get to deal with all sorts of collections, work with all sorts of great clients, and one day I might be working on an ancient coin or a collection. Another day I might be working on an amazing collection of Scandinavian. We just never know what opportunities are going to present themselves, what opportunities we're going to make, throughout the year.
Yeah, seems like a coin collector's dream job.
I have many people who are kind of had very successful careers, who are clients of ours that say, they always wish that they could do something like I do. And, I like Q David Bowers used to say to us, I haven't worked a day in my life. And I very much feel the same way, that I'm fortunate that I could take my hobby and make a career out of it. Yeah. So it's, I think that's special that, a lot of my friends, they have very successful careers, but, I think I'm the only one of the guys that I went to college with, for example, that have been in the same place for 25 years because I love the company. I love the business.
Any closing remarks before we close it out?
No, look, hopefully we'll see you again in Europe somewhere and all over the U.S. And if anyone has any questions, is interested in Stack's Bowers, I encourage them to visit us online. And you can, if you already work with someone, reach out to us by email, by phone. If you don't, feel free to reach out to me. If I can help in any way, I of course will. You can find my email and contact information at stacksbowers.com.
Yeah, hi, my name is Ronnie Abazio. I'm the North American Sales Director for the Commonwealth Mint.
Awesome. What are you guys doing here at Berlin?
Sure, so we're part of a group called HM Precious Metals. It consists of 8 companies. We do everything from beginning to the end. So basically we refine, we make blanks, we strike coins, and then all the way to the end of the life cycle where if someone wants to send in things to be refined and melted down, we handle that part of the process. I represent, my work is custom minting, so we do a lot of cool projects and high relief, ultra high relief, from all the way down a 1/100th of an ounce, all the way up to 5 kilos. So really cool what we do and the work that we're a part of.
Yeah, is this your first time in Berlin, or have you been coming for a while?
It's my second time here in Berlin, so it's good to come back another year because I kind of have my footing and I know where things are laid out, and really it's a great show to come and see and be a part of.
Yeah. Give maybe a couple reasons why someone should, especially from the U.S., take the whole flight down here or up here, I guess. It's a big excursion, but it's definitely worth it.
Absolutely. I think there are 2 main differentiators between this show and shows in the U.S. One is the breadth and depth of the world mints. So as you can see at our booth, I mean, you get to see so many different products that you wouldn't be able to see in the United States. And there's mints from all around the world that you just don't get that same experience. And I think the second thing that I really enjoy is the technology that's a part of our industry. So there's a whole hall here that's dedicated to the technical aspect. And there's such cool innovations that are happening in our hobby. And I don't think you get to see that if at shows in the United States. So
Yeah, no,
worth the trip to Berlin just to see those kinds of things.
Yeah. The words I used to describe it is it feels like an industry over here. It's way more of a hobby back in the US.
Yep, it got its own feel and vibe when you incorporate those different aspects to it.
Yeah. So you're doing custom minting. Do you have anything here that you've worked on that you'd like to show off?
So one of the projects that we worked on for a customer in the U.S. is Jody Clark. He's our head of design.
Okay.
And we did a really cool ultra high relief eagle. And the nice thing about it is not only is it ultra high relief, but it has a proof table on it, which is a little it's a little challenging to achieve. But we have a technology as part of our group where we can achieve that kind of finish and relief at the same time.
I'm assuming it's more difficult to have a high relief and still have a proof finish on it.
Correct. Yep. It's a little more challenging to kind of balance all those elements. A lot of times you can do in other finishes, but a true proof is really something spectacular.
Yeah.
It's really cool because what you can see at our booth is you have the circulating coins that are made by the Royal Dutch Mint. There are other things that we do at Commonwealth that are that really custom premium numismatic item. And then, so the breadth and depth is just, you can see anything that's one of, 5 million all the way to one of one.
Yeah.
So really cool. And there's a couple of different things that are neat to see at our booth.
Yeah. So I heard that you previously worked at NGC. Could you talk about how your role at NGC has applied in this position?
Absolutely. Yeah, for me, seeing the grading and the way that process works has influenced my work to make sure that we have a complete package. So not only do we want to have an amazing coin that's really cool for someone to own, but how do we enhance that and make it even, tell more of that story? And that's what we like to deliver to our customers. So basically from the raw idea all the way to that coin in the holder, how do we make and add that value to something that they can own and cherish?
Yeah. So you're working mostly with dealers, or do you work with customers?
We work with both. We do small runs of product, things like in the hundreds, those kinds of ranges. And then we also work with Bullion, where we're making tens of thousands of coins. So whether it's a small dealer who's looking to do custom work, all the way up to someone who wants to do a really big program. So that's the great thing about being part of our group, is we can leverage our competencies to satisfy different areas of the market.
Yeah. So how many different sections of precious metals are there?
So there's I want to say we're up to 8 companies right now.
Okay.
I may be missing one, but we do everything from coins to jewelry. There's just so many different things that we work on. I was at one of our facilities last week where we're doing dental implants. So there's really a lot of things that we're working on that are interesting and cool to see how it all comes together.
Anything else you want to say or plug before we close it out?
I just want to thank everybody for being a part of the show. It's been great to reconnect, and look forward to seeing everyone next time.
Hi, my name is Yuri Przygorlinski. I live here in Berlin. I'm from JVP Investment Coins, and we are in the coin business since 2010. I remember the day when we walked inside the coin show with my dad on this side, and we saw all these new coins, and it was for us like, what the hell? We haven't seen new coins in our life, never before. And he came up with the idea, let's do coins on ourselves. So we started to produce coins with PAMP, CIT, and we did the Russian famous cartoons, Orthodox shrines, and we sold all the coins to the banks in Russia and Ukraine from 2010 until 2014. 2014 it stopped because the war started back then. And we had to restructure our company completely. We started to do online sales, build up our own website, Amazon, eBay, etc. And now we're selling mainly to the US.
What's like your favorite part about coming to the Berlin show?
My favorite part about coming to Berlin is that I live here. I don't need to fly anywhere. I don't need to go anywhere. Right. I can sleep at home with my family, which is the best part. And I love to see all the people all the time here. Yeah. Every year it's the same. We meet each other, we go out for dinner, we have some fun, we plan new projects, whatever. Yeah. I love Berlin.
What's like your favorite booth here?
This year, the Royal Canadian Mint.
Royal Canadian?
Yeah, the
They
Royal
have-
Canadian
yeah,
Mint.
they got
The 10 kilo, the layered coin.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're doing some cool stuff over there.
You do a lot of sales to the U.S. How different is that from selling in Europe?
We never sold in Europe. We were selling, as I said, to Russian and Ukrainian banks.
Okay.
In Europe, of course, we are selling a little bit. Yeah, I have also a few clients, but this is not the market where it's asked, where the coins are asked. Honestly, I'm telling you, I'm selling 99.9% to the US. All my customers are there. The people are willing to spend money in the US. They want to have something good. They're looking for quality products. They're not looking for cheap. Here in Europe, everyone is looking for cheap. The people are willing to spend today 35, 40 euros for an ounce of silver. But this is the cost of a raw bullion today, right? So I don't get it, honestly. Like in the US, it's perfect. In Europe, the market is going down, 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 down. There is no market anymore here, unfortunately.
Do you produce coins, correct?
We produce coins, we
Do you-
colorize coins.
Do you have anything new coming out in 2025 that you want to talk about?
Yes, we have the Trump coin, which will be available in 2 weeks approximately. It's on a Liberator round, which is also from us, JVP, and it's colorized. Let me show you the coin. I will find it. So, and we are coming up with the Trump. We are coming up with the Indians and totem coins. The Indians are super nice. This one is, for example, the Indian. And on the Indian,
That's awesome.
the Indian itself is made out of 925 sterling silver. Then the Trump coin, let me find it. There we go. With the trash car in the back. That's the
Hey.
back side of the coin.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to talk about or plug before we wrap it
Come
up?
to Berlin, visit us, visit JVP, follow JVP, and follow us for news. Have a good one.
Hello, my name is Hayden Tubbs. I'm with ST Bullion. This is probably my 10th time coming to the Berlin Fair here. Always an enjoyable experience. You know, our main focus coming here, you know, ST Bullion is the largest independent bullion distributor. And, you know, it's great coming out here just to meet with, you know, all the different mints and suppliers, as well as, you know, just kind of our friends and partners in the industry. So yeah, we got here a couple days early before the fair started. Full docket of meetings, you know, breakfast meetings all the way till late at night. So yeah, at ST Bullion, we're distributors for a number of world mints, both for bullion and numismatic coins. So we got to meet with the Real Canadian Mint. We've got some exciting stuff going on there, distributing, you know, maples into the U.S. We also met, you know, with Perth. So yeah, as distributors for the Royal Canadian Mint, and we got to meet with them here in Berlin. And one of the really exciting things they have coming out is the 10 kilogram silver maple. They're calling the, you know, the big maple. And yeah, they have that in display at their booth. Really cool. We're stocking those at ST Bullion. So really excited to be able to offer that. I mean, it's a really impressive coin. You know, 10 kilos of silver. Plus, it comes in this massive wooden box. So I know they're really excited about that. We're really excited about it. A lot of great products here that's going to be coming out over the next year.
How much are you going to charge for shipping on that box?
Ooh, shipping on that box.
It's pretty big.
It's massive. We're gonna have to. I'm honestly not sure how much it weighs. It weighs more than the coin, though, I believe. So I mean, it's probably.
The box more than the coin.
I believe so. It's a pretty hefty box. So don't quote me on that. But I mean, if you.
I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah. But I mean, 10 kilos of silver. That's, you know.
Yeah.
That's a lot of silver.
It's definitely one of a kind.
Yes. So that's very cool. But yeah, it's been, you know, just great. You know, it's great to start the year in Berlin. You know, meeting with, you know, if you're going to U.S. shows, you're getting the U.S. side of the market for the industry. But coming to Berlin, you know, you're meeting with people from Asia, from Europe, from all over. You know, you're getting the full picture of what's going on. You know, there's always a lot of optimism, excitement, you know, coming into the year. So it's really, you know, I feel like coming to Berlin here, like I said, I believe this is my 10th year coming here. And, you know, I always leave feeling very energized, you know, ready to hit the rest of the year. I'm not sure how many years it's been in the Estrell, but it's been pretty consistent here in the Estrell in Berlin. So it's kind of, you know, it's a very central location, whether you're coming from Europe or Asia or Middle East, you know, it's easy to get to. And, you know, just kind of look around the show, you'll see people from all, you know, all different countries and walks of life.
Would you suggest someone to stay at this hotel if they're coming to the show?
Yeah, so there's different schools of thought on that. There's a lot of people that like staying in downtown Berlin. Me personally, I like staying staying at the Estrel. I think it's a decent hotel, and, you know, pretty clean. And, you know, honestly, when you're starting early in the morning, you know, the last thing you want to do is have to take a, you know, an Uber, a taxi from downtown. Yeah, and then, you know, late nights at the bar, you know, networking, talking business. So, you know, I personally, this is my go-to place. But you probably will hear some other thoughts. People that like staying in the heart of Berlin, you know, the older part of the city, you know, you can stay in a hotel that looks out over the Brandenburg Gate, you know, and just there's so much history. Yeah, I mean, just looking back at historical photos, and then you can go walk outside your hotel, and there it is.
Is there anything else you want to plug before we wrap it up?
Check out stbullion.com. We've got some of the lowest prices in the industry. We distribute for, you know, all the major mints. Best prices on bullion, and we're adding a great selection of collectibles.
Hello, my name is Götzolf Jungmichel. I'm the managing director of the World Money Fair in Berlin.
Why should somebody come to the World Money Fair?
The reason why you should come to the World Money Fair is because it's unique in its kind. It's the only show that provides something for the numismatic and collecting ancient money, and as well as current money going on, with lots of experiences that we provide here.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of stuff for the first time this year. Could you talk a little bit about the new things going on?
Yes, we try to figure out how to make it interesting and not just look historic. So we came up with a minting center, minting experience center actually it's called, where the visitor can make his own World Money Fair coin, starting from a blank, using 5 different machines in order to do the minting process of the coins, and in the end have something really nice to take home with.
And then there also was the ball or the gala on night 1 for the Swiss Mint as well. Is that the first time you guys have done that?
Well, we tried to do something interesting for the exhibitors who really support us and make this whole show interesting. So moving away from a traditional gala evening, we went to a exhibitors party basically. And the theme is always being copied from the guest of honor. This year it was Switzerland, so it was like being in a mountain cabbage in a ski resort. With Swiss specialities, food, wine, and in the end, of course, partying.
Could you talk a little bit about your role with the World Money Fair and maybe some of your plans for next year's show?
I've been in the fair and exhibition industry for the past 24 years, and I've done different shows, and every time I got to a show, it was time for a relaunch. So this was the same here 2 years ago when I took over the management of the show, and we tried to figure out how to present numismatic in a modern approach. And we've been working on that for the past year, so complete relaunch, what marketing is, what communications is, the signage of the show, the setup of the show. So all in all, there's more dynamic in it, more modern approach. And apparently it seems to be working because we had record visitors attending yesterday already, so everything that comes here today is a happy add-on.
Yeah, congratulations. That's amazing. Is there anything else you want to mention or plug before we wrap it up?
Well, all I can say is greetings to your country, the USA, and may even more Americans come, take the trip to Berlin and visit us next year in the end of January.